I'm particularly interested in what I won't be watching.
Of course, she has the right to do it. What an inane point to bring them all together. Like, what? She's saying absolutely nothing.
I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one's
you know, and I stand behind her no, not or not, because
about it. I think art is art, and you know, you have a right to perform.
Carrie Underwood's groundbreaking legal victory against The View has left Hollywood and the media industry in turmoil, with rumors circulating that the long-running talk show may soon be canceled altogether. Underwood's $1 billion defamation lawsuit wasn't just a financial win, it was a monumental moment in media accountability, exposing how powerful networks and talk shows weaponize misinformation to tarnish reputations. What began as a series of inflammatory statements by The View's co-hosts has now evolved into a full-blown reckoning for the show and its parent company, ABC. The controversy stemmed from Underwood's decision to perform America the Beautiful at Donald Trump's second inauguration.
if I believe I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace, I believe that.
And I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one.
While Underwood maintained that her performance was a non-political act of patriotism, The View's hosts vilified her on live television, accusing her of endorsing hate and aligning herself with a divisive figure. These comments quickly snowballed into a media frenzy, leading to boycotts, backlash on social media, and professional fallout for Underwood, including lost sponsorships and canceled appearances. At first, Underwood remained silent, hoping the controversy would fade. However, when it became clear that the damage to her career was deliberate and ongoing, she decided to fight back. Her legal team filed a $1 billion defamation lawsuit against ABC and The View, alleging that the show's statements were not just opinions, but malicious and reckless lies designed to destroy her reputation.
Who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion.
I'm particularly interested in what I won't be watching.
This lawsuit has since become one of the most talked about trials in media history, with shocking revelations about The View's tactics coming to light. Internal emails showed that ABC executives encouraged the hosts to attack Underwood to boost ratings, turning what should have been a routine discussion into a coordinated character assassination. As the trial unfolded, former ABC employees came forward with damning testimonies about the show's history of targeting conservative public figures, revealing a pattern of manufactured outrage and sensationalism at the expense of facts. Now, with the court ruling in favor of Underwood and awarding her a record-breaking $1 billion in damages, The View is facing its biggest crisis yet. Advertisers are reconsidering their sponsorships. ABC is reportedly debating the future of the show, and co-hosts like Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Whoopi Goldberg are under intense scrutiny, with insiders suggesting that their days on the show may be numbered. The controversy surrounding Carrie Underwood's performance at Donald Trump's second inauguration began as a patriotic gesture, but quickly spiraled into a full-blown character attack by The View. After Underwood performed America the Beautiful, a non-political and universally celebrated song, she was met with vicious criticism from the talk show's co-hosts, particularly Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sunny Hostin.
There is The View link weighing in. I know you were waiting to hear what Whoopi Goldberg had to say, and I have it for you. Take a listen.
Love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country?
During the segment, the hosts accused Underwood of normalizing hate by associating with Trump, with Behar claiming that her performance was a betrayal of her fans and her values. The co-hosts went even further, suggesting that Underwood had ruined her career by aligning with a divisive political figure. Hostin called her tone-deaf, while Goldberg insinuated that she was knowingly complicit in promoting a harmful agenda. Their remarks didn't stop at Trump. They turned their criticisms toward Underwood personally, framing her performance as a deliberate political statement rather than an act of patriotism. The hosts even speculated that Nashville and Hollywood would distance themselves from her, making it impossible for her to recover professionally. These comments quickly spread across social media, triggering a firestorm of backlash against Underwood. Fans and activists took to Twitter and Instagram, calling for boycotts of her music, while sponsors began quietly pulling out of endorsement deals to avoid controversy. Radio stations reported receiving complaints, with some choosing to reduce airplay of her songs, further affecting her career. It became clear that The View's comments had set off a chain reaction that was costing Underwood more than just her reputation. It was affecting her livelihood. What many didn't realize at the time was that Underwood's team was taking notes behind the scenes, quietly gathering evidence of the fallout caused by The View's remarks. Her legal team eventually uncovered leaked internal emails from ABC, which revealed that the attacks on Underwood had been planned and encouraged by executives. According to the emails, the segment was designed to capitalize on controversy to boost ratings, showing that the co-host's statements weren't off-the-cuff opinions, but part of a deliberate smear campaign. This revelation formed the foundation of Underwood's $1 billion defamation lawsuit, which argued that The View's statements were false, malicious, and intentionally damaging.
Of course, she has the right to do it. What an inane point to bring them all together. Like, what? She's saying absolutely no.
Our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country?
Underwood's legal team presented these emails as evidence of a broader pattern of manufactured outrage, turning what could have been dismissed as heated rhetoric into a high-profile case of defamation and media malpractice. Carrie Underwood's $1 billion defamation lawsuit against The View and ABC became one of the most explosive trials in recent Hollywood history, exposing the inner workings of a network-driven smear campaign. Underwood's legal team entered the courtroom with a mountain of evidence, determined to prove that The View's statements were not just careless opinions, but deliberate and malicious attacks aimed at harming her career. The trial captivated the nation as shocking details about The View's internal operations came to light. Among the most damning revelations were leaked internal emails from ABC executives, which showed that the attack on Underwood had been planned in advance. These emails revealed that producers encouraged the co-hosts to frame Underwood's inauguration performance as a political endorsement, knowing it would spark controversy and draw attention to the show. One email even suggested that the segment could boost ratings by stirring outrage among the audience. During the trial, several former ABC employees testified, providing critical insight into the culture behind the scenes at The View. These employees described how the show frequently targeted conservative figures or those associated with non-progressive causes, often using inflammatory rhetoric to generate headlines. They further testified that Underwood was seen as an easy target due to her status as a country music star, a genre often stereotyped as conservative. These testimonies painted a damning picture of a show that prioritized sensationalism over fairness. The evidence against The View didn't stop there. Underwood's team presented detailed documentation showing the financial and professional harm she suffered as a direct result of the show's comments. This included canceled concert bookings, lost sponsorship deals, and reduced radio airplay. The financial losses alone were substantial, but the reputational damage was even greater. Underwood's legal team argued that The View's remarks had permanently tarnished her standing in the entertainment industry. ABC's legal team attempted to argue that the comments made by the co-hosts were protected under free speech, but the court rejected this defense. The judge ruled that The View's statements were not only false, but made with reckless disregard for the truth, a key standard for defamation. This ruling set the stage for the jury's decision, which ultimately awarded Underwood $1 billion in damages, one of the largest defamation payouts in history. The verdict sent shockwaves through the media industry, with legal experts calling it a landmark case for holding talk shows accountable.
How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion?
Underwood's victory wasn't just about restoring her reputation. It was a powerful statement about the consequences of weaponized misinformation, leaving The View and its co-hosts to face the fallout. The aftermath of Carrie Underwood's $1 billion defamation victory against The View has left the talk show and its parent company, ABC, in complete turmoil. For a show that has thrived on controversy for decades, this legal defeat marks an unprecedented crisis, with insiders warning that The View may not survive. The verdict has triggered a wave of backlash, not just from viewers, but also from advertisers, network executives, and even the co-hosts themselves, who are now under intense scrutiny. The financial implications alone are staggering. ABC, which owns The View, is now on the hook for one of the largest defamation payouts in history. Sources within the network report that the lawsuit has already caused significant strain on ABC's operating budget, with executives scrambling to determine whether the show is still worth the risk. Advertisers, many of whom are critical to The View's success, are reportedly rethinking their partnerships, worried about associating their brands with a show that has become synonymous with reckless commentary and legal trouble. Behind the scenes, the fallout has created chaos among the show's co-hosts. Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Whoopi Goldberg have faced significant public backlash, with many fans and critics calling for them to step down. Behar in particular has been singled out for her inflammatory comments about Underwood, which played a key role in the lawsuit. Insiders suggest that ABC executives are considering major changes to the panel, including potentially removing some or all of the co-hosts, in an effort to salvage the show's reputation. Additionally, the scandal has created long-term damage to The View's credibility. Once seen as a platform for spirited debate and diverse perspectives, the show is now widely criticized as a source of misinformation and partisan attacks. Viewership has reportedly declined since the lawsuit began, with many fans tuning out amid the ongoing controversy. Some have even launched petitions calling for the show's cancellation, arguing that its continued existence poses a liability for ABC and the broader media industry. While ABC has not yet made a formal decision about the show's future, insiders speculate that canceling or completely overhauling The View may be the only viable option. Legal experts have warned that this case could set a precedent, opening the door for more defamation lawsuits against the show. With this kind of risk looming, keeping The View on air might simply not be worth it. As The View teeters on the edge, Carrie Underwood's victory has become a watershed moment for media accountability, sparking a national conversation about the consequences of reckless journalism and character attacks. Whether the show survives or is taken off the air for good, one thing is clear: the era of unchecked media commentary may be coming to an end. Carrie Underwood's landmark defamation victory against The View is more than just a legal triumph. It represents a seismic shift in media accountability.
There is The View link weighing in. I know you were waiting to hear what Whoopi Goldberg had to say, and I have it for you. Take a listen.
Do a roast at the Trump inauguration. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no one else had any thoughts? There we go.
For years, shows like The View have operated under the assumption that their commentary, no matter how inflammatory, would go unchallenged. But this $1 billion judgment has sent a powerful message to the entertainment and news industries. Reckless attacks and unsubstantiated claims can have real consequences. Underwood's decision to fight back, rather than ignore the smear campaign against her, has earned her widespread respect as a trailblazer for public figures targeted by media platforms. Her lawsuit not only restored her reputation but also forced The View to confront its long history of manufacturing outrage and sensationalism for ratings. This case has raised important questions about where the line between criticism and defamation lies, sparking a broader debate about the role of responsibility in media coverage. For The View, the consequences have been devastating. The verdict has not only put the show's future in jeopardy, but also cast a shadow over its co-hosts, particularly Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Whoopi Goldberg, whose comments played a key role in the case. Insider reports suggest that ABC executives are seriously considering canceling the show, as advertisers pull out and the network grapples with the financial fallout of the lawsuit. Even if The View continues, it will likely undergo major changes to its format and panel, as public trust in the show has reached an all-time low. Beyond the courtroom, Underwood's victory has also set a new precedent for celebrities and public figures who face defamation. Legal experts predict that this case will encourage others in the industry to take a stand against false accusations, potentially leading to more lawsuits and greater scrutiny of media practices. As Hollywood and the media industry take stock of the case's implications, it's clear that the old rules, where sensationalism reigned supreme and accountability was scarce, are no longer sustainable. The lawsuit has forever changed the conversation about media responsibility and the power of public figures to fight back. While the final fate of The View remains uncertain, one thing is clear. Carrie Underwood's victory has reshaped not just her career, but also how we view the relationship between the media, its targets, and the truth. Do you think The View deserves to be canceled, or can it bounce back? Let us know your thoughts. For more updates on major legal battles, Hollywood scandals, and breaking entertainment news, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. This story is still developing, and we'll be following every new twist and turn as it happens.